This is an impromptu video prompted actually by something Tiffanythinks did in her last video. She showed that she was buying a clear glass container in which to store olive oil. Well, here is a container of olive oil, huile d'olive vierge extra, so extra virgin olive oil. And it basically, it's in a, I would not say completely transparent bottle, but it's kind of transparent. Yeah, you can see it's kind of transparent. It's not the best way to store olive oil. Olive oil should always be stored in an amber bottle, and it should be stored in a container that is closed to the atmosphere. So while this container is closed, the container isn't optimal for storing. However, I keep this in a dark cabinet. I only took it out so I could film this very quickly. And if you're at the store, always buy olive oil that is in the darkest possible container because it's exposed to the light in the store. So what happens when olive oil is exposed to light and open to the atmosphere? Well, what happens is oxidative degradation. Okay, olive oil is predominantly oleic acid. Oleic acid is in the class of chemicals that is a lipid. A lipid, in this case, it's a triacyl glycerol. When it is exposed to oxygen, and there's also oxygen here, right, in the headspace above it. Nothing was pumped out. There's oxygen up here, okay, inside the bottle itself. So when it's exposed to oxygen and light or heat, it degrades. Those products degrade, the oils degrade, this type of oil degrades, and it forms a hydroperoxide radical, which then reacts to form other products such as ketones, aldehydes, alcohols, and other acids. In other words, it doesn't remain olive oil anymore. The oleic acid has been degraded. And these degradation products are very bad for one's health. One should never ingest olive oil that is from a container that's open to the outside. Now, you might go to these fancy restaurants. You'll have a nice table with these wonderful napkins and, fancy restaurant. You'll see a container of olive oil in the middle of the table that has this metal spout coming from the container, similar to what Tiffany showed. And then, it's so you can pour it onto your bread and everything. Do not do that. Don't touch it. It's degraded. It's bad. It's bad for you. Okay, because the degradation of olive oil, it actually forms products that are actually detrimental to one's health. It's bad for the respiratory system, cardiovascular health. I mean, you can look this up online. Okay, so the bottom line is, please do not ever store olive oil in a clear glass container. And the worst is to have the container continually open to the atmosphere. Okay, the container should be closed. So, society has it that they're selling these products in which to store olive oil that are clear glass and that are open to the atmosphere. They don't know chemistry, okay? And I guess chemists haven't been vocal enough to stop that practice because it really should be stopped. It's detrimental to the health. Well, one can say, well, it's in small quantities. You know what? Small and small and small, the summation of something very small becomes something very large, right? We all know that things affect people differently. So bottom line is, be safe. Choose olive oil in as dark a bottle as possible, even darker than this one. Store it in a dark container, in a cabinet, and closed, airtight container. Do not buy what Tiffany just bought in which to store olive oil. Okay, so thank you very much, and be safe, and eat healthy meals, and eat healthily. Thank you, bonne nuit.